Connor, Will, Mara's not here. Comics in the Dugout.
Yeah.
Boom. This.
I'm a snobby book fan, and wait, I didn't even say what we were talking about.
We're talking about like Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
They're
They
halfway.
spat on my face.
That's your problem, not mine.
Whatever.
They're halfway through season 6 right now, so we're gonna hit you guys up with the review of the halfway point.
So Connor is a show watcher, and I'm a snotty book fan.
Trying to read the books, but reading's hard when there's no pictures.
I can agree with you on that one, but you gotta persevere.
You do. So, so far in season 6, just without getting into like too many details. Oh, by the way, this is full spoilers. So if you haven't watched it yet,
turn this off.
Go watch it. What are you doing watching us?
Binge watch season.
Why are you watching us in the first place? Go watch it.
Binge watch season 6 and then come back.
Yeah.
Because I know you definitely want to hear my thoughts.
Or go do something that's actually worth your time. Don't.
Come back and watch.
Okay, come back and watch us. Yeah. So, what are your general thoughts on season 6 so far? Because again, you're a book lover. This is uncharted territory for the most part. This is uncharted
storylines.
territory.
Yeah.
So, how are you feeling?
I love it. Season 5 had me down. I was like, none of this is making sense. But they've really brought me back.
Yeah.
They've done a couple questionable things, but it's a TV show, so I'm gonna give it a pass. But this season brought me back. I'm in. It's great again. Hashtag make Game of Thrones great again.
I as a non-book reader, I'm really digging this season. I think it's partly because I've never really been a fan of Game of Thrones. Like I kept hearing people talking about it a couple.
Kind of just like watched it for the cultural.
I watched it more for the cultural thing, just to see what the big deal was, and I was never really impressed by the first 4 seasons, and then I watched season 5. I kind of dug season 5 a lot more than anybody else did. And then there was season 6 came. I never anticipated Game of Thrones. It was never something I really looked forward to. It was more of a chore to watch it, just to kind of see where things go.
Right.
But man, I'm looking forward to a new episode of Game of Thrones every week now.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job, especially with the pacing this season.
Yeah.
Like this season,
I think aside from the first episode of season 6, the pacing's been great. Everything's been amazing.
I don't know. My opinion on the season opener was kind of like.
It was like an epilogue to season 5.
Yeah, it just kind of felt like
It felt like that should have been episode 10 of last year.
Yeah, well, maybe not. Maybe just like package that all up and then
like it was like season 5.5.
It was like. Here's an episode to watch in December, and then to hold you over until April. But,
like episode 0.
Sure, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Just like pre-opener. I don't know.
I don't want to say it was like a prologue to season 6.
Yeah.
It felt more like it belonged in season 5 than anything else. But
right. It was just kind of like. It was trying to set up for an explosive opener, which it did, because the second episode was awesome. Yeah. The reveal of Euron Greyjoy throwing Balon off.
Yeah, let's start there. We're going to go like location by location. Let's start on the Iron Islands.
Let's start on the Iron Islands. I don't even really know, like...
Because this is what they're catching up with the book right now.
Yeah, and my problem with... My problem had been... is that nobody seems to care that the Greyjoys are rebelling. Like, they're part of the Westeros, so shouldn't they be, like... Cause
even in the show, it seems like they haven't really been doing anything. They've been rebelling in name only. Like, they haven't tried to do anything.
They attacked the North, and then...
They're rebelling
and then somehow they got, repelled. We never hear about it, but I guess they did, because they say in the show, we lost our last outpost.
It just kind of seems like the Greyjoys are up to shenanigans.
Yeah, and I don't even know, like... The Crown are just like, oh, Greyjoys are rebelling. Nah. Those people are poor anyway. We don't need them. And I was like, But, I mean, they're doing a good job trying to get it back on track. And, like, with the reveal of, like, Euron being, like, the...
Your favorite character from the books, right?
My absolute favorite character. He's just, like... He's an agent of evil, man, in the books. And I want to see where that goes. But, he's going to be different in the show, which he kind of is. I wish he had an eye patch in the books, but I don't really, maybe that comes later.
Also, the guy they got to I don't know if he's really supposed to be like this, but he's supposed to kind of he's got this weird charm to him.
Oh, too. Yeah, he's supposed to be like that in the books.
I don't think if you're a girl, you'd find him too charming, but if you're a guy, you're like, man, this is a guy I kind of want to hang out with, maybe have a beer or something with.
Yeah, well, that's how he kind of wins the king's mood,
Yeah.
But basically, he comes up, and that bridge scene was I was like, because I mean. In the books, you kind of like get
They
hints.
hint at it, right?
You get
Yeah.
hints that he like assassinated him, but you never like because like the official story is that he fell off the bridge, but you always kind of like you're probably like it's probably him. But like that standoff, I was like hanging out in my seat. I was like, here it comes, it's coming.
It was like with Hardhome, like you see something. I mean, again, I don't read the books, but I know like you don't actually see Hardhome or this bridge scene in the books. They just talk about it. So the show shows something that wasn't in the books, and like they just do an amazing job with it.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna go back to Hardhome for a second, it's a little bit different, but I liked how they did it.
Yeah.
Like Hardhome was awesome. The way like they did that, and like it was like always referenced that like Valerian steel can kill White Walkers and shit.
Yeah.
But you know that episode was fantastic, and you know what? Frankly, I love it anytime they're up at the wall. I think they do the wall fantastic.
We'll get to that in a second. So
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to say about the Iron Islands?
I don't like. Well, one thing I loved it when Theon came back to the Iron Islands, and he's like this broken man, and Yara's just kind of like, stop being a little bitch, and he's like, I'm sorry, and just like stop saying sorry, and like he's broken, and I kind of like that, and I kind of think we're gonna get like him returning to being an Ironborn, but never really. I hope that at some point we get like this like showdown between the Ironborn and the North, and you get to see like Ramsay just like telling Theon to back down, and him being conflicted between his loyalty to the Boltons and the Greyjoys. Yeah. But I don't think that's where his story's gonna go.
Yeah, I have a little theory I'm gonna test out here.
All right, let's hear it.
So when we last see them, we see Euron being inducted as the new king of the Iron Islands.
Right.
And we see Yara, right?
Yeah.
Yara and Theon are taking a lot of men and ships off the Iron Islands. They're sailing off somewhere. We don't know where they're sailing off to. And we'll talk more. I'm going to save the North for last because that's the thing I'm going to talk the most about.
Sure.
I think they're sailing off to join the Northern battle, and they're going to go back to the Starks. And then the Starks are going to back them in taking the Iron Islands.
I disagree with that. I think that they're going to go to Daenerys and Meereen, because I think that...
I think that's where Euron is going next.
Well, they have to build ships now, so that's gonna keep them out for 3 episodes.
No, they're gonna have them in like two episodes.
Point is, like, I don't know.
I think we're gonna see Euron over like approaching Daenerys or whatever. And I think he's gonna die too. Like Daenerys is gonna, because you know what? Down with the patriarchy.
Yeah, anarchy.
That's where we'll go next. We'll talk about Daenerys.
I have a couple more things I want to say.
I'll get them
out of the way quick. I love the actor who plays Euron. I didn't like the King's mood though. That was my biggest problem. Was they're just a bunch of guys that stand around going no. In the books, it's like, you know, like all the captains, like the leaders, like every captain like casts a vote in the books, and like you see some of like people like kind of like hosting feasts and like trying to like sway people with like influence to like join them.
It was just a bunch of guys standing there with their dicks in their hands.
Yeah, it was like whatever, but it was like kind of cool to see some like kind of like political deal. It kind of like felt like what Vikings would be like if they were like if they were voting for their next king.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, the show is at least bringing them back, so I can't like fault them too much. At least they're making the Greyjoys relevant, which is frankly my favorite house.
Yeah.
Greyjoys.
Yeah,
but Daenerys.
Let's move on to like Daenerys over in Essos. I have this like on again off again thing with actually liking what's going on with like Daenerys' story.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, like, you know, she's, you know, where we left off in season 5, you know, she was being surrounded by Dothraki. She's been captured by the Dothraki. Now they want to put her on trial for not going to some Dothraki widow thing. Weird.
For not going back so that she could become like
even though I don't think
priestess or something.
She apparently knew about it, even though nobody told her about it. I don't actually remember if she was informed of it.
I'm sure she like knew and then just was like, let's go conquer places.
Nah. Yeah, but
I mean, Connor, if you had 3 dragons, you wouldn't go back either.
No, of course not.
Or maybe you'd go back and burn that fucker down.
I had 3 dragons. I don't know what I would do with 3 dragons actually.
You'd burn that fucker down.
I would take over Crofton with those 3 dragons. No, JK.
That's a really
that's a weird thing to say.
Weak goal. Like maybe take over like.
I really like Crofton though.
Baltimore, man, just burn Baltimore to the ground.
No, I don't know.
Okay,
but anyways,
take over an apple.
But yeah, the real standout thing about what she was doing. Oh yeah, and then Jorah and the dude that gets recast all the time went to save her. Jorah's
the Super Dario brothers.
Jorah still got the thing on his arm where he's like
grayscale.
really bad skin condition.
Skin cancer.
You gotta do something about that eczema. Yeah. The real standout moment though was when Daenerys is like, man, these cows are dicks. Like they're useless. They're not even doing anything for their own people. They just want horses and fuck shit. You know what? I'm gonna use that thing I have where I can't catch on fire, and I'm just gonna burn these bitches down. And then she has a really like powerful moment where like she comes out in front of all the Dothraki. She emerges from the flames, and just really like powerful moment for her.
I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is why didn't her hair burn off? Because it burned off in season 1.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't think it did.
It definitely did.
I don't remember.
But whatever. But her story.
It grew back really fast at the end of season 1.
Her story's kind of cool. I love
she
that
gave this
moment.
really powerful speech to them as she was killing them and just like watching them die.
My biggest problem though is that here's how I think her story's gonna progress. She's obviously crazy now. Yeah. Like she's a straight up murderer. She probably killed an innocent man last season and fed her dragon. She just killed a whole bunch of calls in a room.
In retrospect, that guy was probably innocent.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I think she's gonna be
the calls kind of deserve to die.
Not really.
I think they did.
Whatever. But point is,
they're talking about raping her.
Point is, she's like, well, that's because she was being all defiant and shit. Don't be defiant to the calls. Khal Drogo wouldn't stand for that shit. Okay.
Khal Drogo would have killed the other calls.
Jason Momoa would have murdered all of them with his hands.
Yeah.
Fuck Aquaman. Khal Drogo
so that's what
kills
Daenerys did.
Okay, whatever. But
you're making no sense here, Will.
Shut up. Okay,
Sexist.
but I think she's gonna be like Mad King 2.0. She's gonna start burning people. I feel like she's gonna go crazy, and if she does, I'm gonna love that because we need somebody to go absolutely like monstrous crazy, not like Ramsay kind of sadistic crazy, just like
Ramsay's just crazy.
He's like sadistic crazy. He's crazy because
Ramsay's
crazy.
more cray than a box of crayons. I'm sorry.
All right, keep moving on. But yeah, like I want her to like be like the kind of like apocalypse. I'm going to kill everyone and make a better world.
I don't see her going crazy. I mean, I don't think she'll end up sitting on the Iron Throne, but I disagree with that theory.
But here's how I think it's gonna go.
And she had a heartbreaking scene with Jorah though, commanding him to go find a cure for his eczema.
Also, one thing I don't understand is like in the city, you're not supposed to like shed blood and carry swords. But so your solution to cover up a stab wound is to beat the guy with a rock? I don't know about you, but
they're not carrying a weapon and like.
But I mean,
think they said in the episode that killing happens in the city, so.
But yeah, but it's supposed to be. It's like said in the first season. You don't shed blood. You don't like take blood in the city.
You're nitpicking here, Will.
But like he smashed his head with a rock.
You're nitpicking.
It's continuity
We're
problems.
gonna move on to elsewhere episodes. Tyrion is
awesome.
He's not doing good things though. I think this is gonna be the last season for Peter Dinklage on the show. I think he's setting up for a big fall. He's making a lot of questionable moves that his advisors are not agreeing with. There's the thing he made peace with the slave traders who seem to be the ones backing the Sons of the Harpies, right? Those are the names? Yeah. And which, like, Grey Worm and Missandei, or what? Missandei?
Missandei, whatever.
They were just like, what the hell is he doing? This is stupid. And then
I don't know.
There's a thing that he also, like, goes to we're introduced to another Red Priestess who he has help out with gaining control of the city. And Varys is just like, no, you can't trust these people.
Oh, but that scene though, when she's just like telling him about like when he got cut, because I was like, whoa, that is awesome.
All
like,
his
that way
scenes
that
have
she
been
just
great.
knew that.
I
She
just
just
think
like
he's
knew that,
setting
like that
himself up for a
intense
fall.
scene between the two of them. I was totally on board. I was like, that's cool.
I think we've always been seeing him play the Game of Thrones right. But now we're seeing him just nope. Bad things are gonna happen. People are gonna cry when he dies. I'm calling it right now. He's gonna die this season.
Varys?
No,
Tyrion?
Tyrion.
I don't think so. I think that we're
Yeah.
gonna see him die maybe next season. I think maybe what his storyline's gonna be like is he's going to be forced to kill Jaime and Cersei, and he's gonna be the only Lannister left, and that's gonna be kind of like a bittersweet victory where he does end up becoming the Lord.
Unless he's not a Lannister. There are theories about that.
Come see my channel coming soon where we will talk about that.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I
But,
don't really have anything else to say about that area.
This arc, it's been kind of slow,
Yeah.
but...
Nothing's really... It's just kind of been filling out time. I think this is probably like one of the only things we've seen in every single episode so far this season. And it's kind of just like, I want to go back to the north.
Yeah, or before we get to the north, because that's what Connor wants to talk about, let's move into...
We still have 2 other places to go. Let's
move into the...
Bravos. Or Nessos.
Let's
just
stay
talk
in
about
Bravos. Okay, let's go to Bravos.
Arya, she's a girl with no name, but she has her eyes back now. Again, spoilers.
Girl with no name, but girl with eyes.
No, she has eyes.
You know, I like her this season. Before, I was like, this training, it's boring, it's slow, it's stupid. But this time, you know, with the beggar, with the waves just like coming and beating the shit out of her, I was like, damn, that's harsh.
Yeah. First couple episodes, I just felt like I was watching a weaker version of Daredevil.
Yeah, it seemed like kind of boring, but you know, with the training, it's progressing, and with like her like at the theater in the last episode, it's
I think the last 2 episodes of Arya's story have been really interesting. When like she got her eyes back and like she kind of was more fully embracing the idea of being a girl with no name, and then this last episode she saw a theater play of King's Landing where she was supposed to kill the actress playing Cersei.
No, it's supposed to.
No, it was Cersei. It was the older actress.
Okay.
And so she's out to kill, and she got triggered a little bit by seeing her father and who was kind of like a fumbling idiot,
right?
And so, her sister who is just a damsel in distress.
So now it's like, can she actually? It kind of put the question to me: can she actually become a girl with no name?
Yeah.
And I think that Connor told me about an interesting theory earlier today, where he thinks that she will become a girl with no name, and she'll run into her direwolf, which is one of 2 left, which is very sad. But she's gonna run into that direwolf, and she's gonna remember being Arya Stark.
Yeah.
And
I don't think she'll ever forget about being Arya Stark, but that
list.
will make her be Arya Stark again, and say the name of the direwolf because I can't pronounce it.
Nymeria.
Yeah.
Nymeria.
She and that direwolf are gonna go around, and they're gonna start killing people.
Yeah.
And I'd watch a show about that.
But overall, her story, a lot better.
Yeah.
I think this arc has been a lot better than the last season. Also, Macy
Williams for X-23. Yeah. It's definitely getting better. I'm liking the way it's going. And a lot of actors on the shows have been talking about showing more penises on the show, and that happened in this storyline. So there you go, girls.
Yeah, that was...
I didn't need to see that. I don't like seeing nudity at all.
You know, one thing about this storyline, though, the last episode?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny seeing the person playing Tyrion and Cersei kind of like having a little bit of a relationship, because I was like, you know.
I liked how he was Littlefinger in the play.
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of funny that the Tyrion is hitting on Cersei, and in real life Cersei is fucking Jaime.
Yeah.
You know, kind of. It all ties back. All right, now to Westeros.
Yes, King's Landing.
No, I want to start with somewhere we can talk about really quickly.
Oh, are we forgetting something?
Dorne. I just want to talk about how horrible it is.
What happened? Oh.
Where those 2 people who were on the dock suddenly landed up on a ship. They must have been sailing like directly behind them, because that doesn't make any sense. How somebody who frankly probably had who was probably trained by a master at arms in a castle would leave himself blindsided by one of the assassins. That doesn't make sense. Why, in order to get revenge for the Martells, they would get that by killing the Martells?
I don't think they weren't getting revenge for the Martells. They were getting revenge for Oberyn, and I don't think that's what Oberyn would have wanted.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. And you know, in the books, Doran is one of my favorite. Doran, the character, is one of my favorite characters, and he's supposed to be like maybe the second smartest person in Westeros behind like Tywin Lannister.
Not on the show.
No, apparently his entire guard betrayed him, and he didn't even know. But awful, horrible. At least they're trying to get rid of that storyline.
We haven't even seen any of that since the first episode, too.
I think they mentioned it in one passing line.
They mentioned the prince being killed in one passing line. So as a non-book reader, I actually enjoyed Dorne in season 5. It was probably it was something I actually really liked. I liked seeing. I liked the Sand Snakes.
Horrible.
I didn't think it was
It
horrible.
was so bad. It was boring.
Bronn was in the
sense.
scene, and I like Bronn. Bronn's my dude.
Okay, Bronn is great.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, in the show, he's a lot better than what he is in the books.
Yeah.
Well, probably because he has an expanded role in the show. But yeah, he's great in the show. All right, and
But yeah, I mean, and then that first episode of season 6, when all that stuff's going down in Dorne, it completely took me out of the episode. It just seemed so idiotic.
I was like,
I didn't understand at all.
They were just
Especially
trying to
why was the prince on a ship all alone with just those two after his bride-to-be was killed? Like, he should have been I guess, knowing Cersei, she would have suspected him. She would have suspected the two people who were on the ship who shouldn't have been on the ship because of where we last saw them.
And it's not like it's questionable on how she died. I mean, if you just randomly fall down and die, that's pretty obvious that it's poison. So I don't know why you wouldn't suspect everybody on the ship. So
or Dorne in general, it was.
So
and then you find out that one dude's dead too. Like it
didn't make sense. The thing I was thinking about, he should either be in a prison cell or in the Red Keep and
so why wouldn't he be there by wouldn't he want to they were clearly in love with each other. Why wasn't he with her body weeping or at her funeral or whatever?
Maybe he was just trying to tap that.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. He seems like he was.
I think he generally cared about her.
I think he was just trying to tap that.
Oh, so that dude was the new master of coin or something. He had a seat on the council, and he
was just supposed to be there to just chill out.
Yeah, but he was supposed to have a seat on the council though.
What? He's 14.
He's probably older than that.
All right, whatever.
I don't know.
Since we're in King's Landing, let's go to something that's actually been pretty good. King's Landing. I think it's been pretty good this season. It's been a little slow. Connor's giving me the weird look, but the High Sparrow is consistently one of my favorite characters. The way he each one of these scenes, in I think the past 3 episodes, we've gotten a scene with him talking to one of the Lannister families with Tommen, Cersei, Marjorie, and Jaime, and the way he talks to them, he just stands up tall and he's just I'm not scared of you. I'm more powerful than you are. And let me tell you why I'm a better person. And he's just I'm ooh, I'm
kind of reminds me of Foster Professor I once had. That's a different story.
Cool,
though.
But yeah, he takes over any scene that he's in. That guy is fantastic. I think the storyline's been kind of interesting. It's been a little bit slow. I feel like it's gonna pick up in next episode. I
do enjoy the High Sparrow. I think he's being played by a tremendous actor, whatever his name is.
Guy from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Sure.
That's all that matters.
But my thing is, the only time I really enjoyed what was going on in King's Landing was, I think it was the second or third episode where Jaime is having a conversation with the High Sparrow at I don't remember the name of Jaime's daughter. I'm just going to call her the plot device. In front of the plot device's body. Right. Which was it seemed like stuff was about to go down. And then no, it was just talk. It's just old talk. The stuff with Marjorie is boring. I'm not one of those people that just wants all action. I enjoy exposition. I gave The Nice Guys in a review a 9.9. That wasn't all action.
It had a lot of action, but yeah, I disagree with you. I think that it's every conversation is just I can't tell. I don't think he's telling the truth in any of these stories. I want to know.
Not enough.
I want him to keep talking. I love it whenever he's talking to these characters.
I want to the stuff that's going on with the small council, but not the stuff that's going on with when Marjorie and her brother were having that conversation, when Cersei and Jaime are having their conversation.
About that conversation, but specifically, this is
just the High Sparrow,
because I think that's where most of this story revolves around.
Yeah, his conversation with Tana was pretty good. King's Landing overall, though, has been weak for me.
I mean, I think it's been pretty good this season. Yeah. I mean, we can differ on that one, but for the sake of time, let's move on to the Riverlands, where the Blackfish took back Riverrun.
The Riverlands / the North. We're just going all
Riverlands.
North of King's Landing.
All right, we're done.
We got-
now
yeah.
to the Vale, where I love Littlefinger. And
We'll just talk about just everything north of King's Landing.
Let me just say real quick. I want to talk about the Vale real quick.
Okay.
All right. First off, I love Robin Arryn. I think he's like my favorite character. He sits on a weirwood throne. That must mean he has warging powers. I'm calling it. Robin Arryn has warging powers. You heard it here, like 99. But
I think he just has Asperger's.
And probably Asperger's and asthma and like chronic seizures.
Yeah,
but I love this.
Die soon enough.
I love the scene where like when like the Lord like accuses, I think it's like Jan Royce or something, accuses Littlefinger of like selling Sansa to like the North, and he's just like, well, I heard that it was you who gave her I heard that you gave the Boltons my plans, and he's just like, and he gives like Robin Arryn the eagle, and he's just like, can we throw him out the moon door? And I was like, I want to see more of this. He has control of this little kid just by giving him an eagle. And it was like, it was a tense standoff. And at first, like last season, I was like, why is Littlefinger selling his most prized asset for free to the Boltons? That doesn't make any sense. But now I understand. He did it so that now he has a reason to invade the North with the Vale, to go free Sansa, and then I guess when Sansa becomes a Lord of the North, he kind of is like the power behind her because Littlefinger doesn't want to be the Lord, he wants to be the power behind it. So now he has control. After that happens, he would have control of the North, the Riverlands, and the Vale. Come on. That's a pretty badass plan.
Yeah, I think Littlefinger's gonna be interesting to see where he goes from.
I thought that they kind of ruined him in season 5, and I was totally wrong because I'm like.
I like seeing him be like misjudge someone for once though with Ramsay. That was I think he genuinely did not know how crazy Ramsay was.
I think he still would have sold Sansa to Ramsay, but yeah, I agree that I don't think he knew.
Yeah, I don't think he would, because I do think he generally. I
think he probably
genuinely does care about Sansa.
Well, yeah, and in the books he has like this like creepy relationship with her, like where he like.
And they were hinting at that.
It's like a proxy relationship where he is in love with her because he's in love with her mom.
Yeah,
and she looks like her mom.
Yeah.
But so far I'm down with his plan. He seems pretty cool. And so do you want to talk about the North?
Let's go to the North.
All right.
First episode. Davos is just like
Davos, the king of moral, he's like the moral authority of Game of Thrones, man.
Oh wait, hold on. I want to go back to the Knights of the Vale real quick because I forgot to say something because you were talking so much.
Oh.
Yeah. Those people who are in the Vale, I think, are way too loyal to House Aaron. Because obviously their current leader is not good. There needs to be some type of uprising. You gotta get that kid out of there.
Nah, man. Robin Arryn is going. He is the best character.
He's gonna be the key to defeating the Night King.
He's the only one that's gonna be alive at the end of the show.
He's gonna be sitting on the Iron Throne. And
nobody weak die. Everybody. Oh, it's always the strong and the honorable that die in this show. Nobody cares about Robin Arryn, and that's why he's gonna win, because he's just he's a chess piece.
Yeah.
Not a player.
But yeah. So on to the North.
Okay.
So we see. Sansa and Theon, we talked about Theon a bit earlier, they survived the fall and they were escaping from the Boltons, and then the Boltons caught up to them. Theon's ready to give himself up. They're about to kill Theon, and they found Sansa, and then the only moment I liked in the first episode, Brienne of Tar just comes charging in with Podrick, and I'm sitting there going, yeah, go Brienne, go! And they down with the Boltons.
More screen time than she got in Star Wars.
A significant amount more.
I had to bring up Star Wars because it's come up in each one of our reviews so far.
Did it come up in Jungle Book?
Oh shit, maybe not. Whatever.
Anyways.
Go watch the Jungle Book and find out.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, so I lost. Yeah. So we see Sansa and Brienne have this really touching scene. Just tremendously well played by Sophie Turner and Gwendolyn Christie, where Sansa kind of like declares Brienne her knight.
Yeah, and I kind of liked her like struggling through the vow of service, and like Podrick was like,
"Man, we need more Podrick in this show."
I was like, "I love Podrick.
Podrick had to kill someone too."
Yeah. Wait, what?
Wait, wasn't Theon struggling with? Oh no, Theon saved Podrick.
No, Podrick. Whatever. But point is,
I don't know. Podrick's awesome.
Podrick saved Tyrion in the
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, we gotta see like Podrick do.
Whatever. I want to see more Podrick.
Yeah,
We
more
need
Podrick. More Podrick.
But
Come on, Trump. If you say we'll get more Podrick in Game of Thrones, I'll vote for you.
Yes. Wait, what?
What?
I did not agree to that. Never mind.
Side note. No. Okay, and then we see in the next episode, Sansa goes to the north and reunites with a revived Jon Snow. What? Jon Snow's back. He's not dead. If you didn't get that spoiled on SportsCenter, then you're good to go. Wow, I think I just saw some spit come out.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's
but disgusting. Yeah, that episode, like the way they handled Jon has been great. You know, I was a little bit confused on like he gets up, he's like I shouldn't have been back, and then Davos just gives him one of his legendary pep talks.
That was a great Jon Snow impression, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Davos gives him a legendary pep talk, and he goes and hangs people. But I loved like the moment with like him and Melisandre. Where
he's
like,
he hangs the traitors.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
Like when he's talking to Alistair Thorne, he's like, I did what I had to do for the Night's Watch. You're a fucking traitor. I love the way he says fucking traitor.
Fucking traitor.
Fucking traitor.
Fucking traitor.
The way they say things in the North are great.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, when he hanged Ollie, I was like...
Yeah, Matter told me Ollie was a character original to the show, which just made me mad because he's a terrible character.
I actually kind of like that moment. Not that
I like the moment.
Not that I like him
where, like,
hanging
he just didn't say
a child.
To Jon Snow. That was like obviously like that was a really cool character moment for Ollie.
Well, like the thing was like the thing I didn't notice until afterwards was like he like didn't even ask him for like his final words and then just like walked off. I was like, oh, this seems a bit harsh. I mean, I know he killed him. I know he trusted him. But then I was like, wait a minute. Ollie's the person who killed Ygritte in his arms. And I was like, oh, dude. He must have been wanting this from, like, the start. Like, Ygritte was the love of his life. I don't think Jon always had, like, a deep-seated, like, I want to kill you for taking the love of my life away from me.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I kind of took out of that. And I
don't think so. Because, like, if he really did, then he wouldn't have let Ollie be his steward or whatever.
I think maybe that was just, like, him trying to, like, bury the hatchet. But... that's my thing, and I'm going to stick with it because it makes me like the show more. Yeah.
We also got to see some wildling action because before Jon Snow came back, obviously Alistair Thorne was able to convince the rest of the Night Watch that they had to kill Jon Snow, blah, blah, blah. And Ed?
Yeah,
Ed goes out, gets the wildlings to come back them up to make sure Jon's body didn't get taken away from them. And we just see them come in. The giant like barges breaks down the door, picks up a dude that accidentally shoots him, throws him against the wall. I need more of that giant.
Can we talk about the wildlings though? I love what's his name, Tormund.
Yeah,
he's so much better in the show than the books.
Sansa got that reunion with Jon, which was probably one of the most emotionally striking scenes for me in the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, such a great moment. Only made better by Tormund giving Brienne googly eyes.
Yeah, like the... Yeah, that was great. I was like, I'm rooting for that relationship more than anything in the world.
I don't think I've shipped anything that hard since Korra x Asami.
I would agree with that one too. But I like the touching. That was a really touching moment with like Jon and Sansa.
Especially because like we never even got a scene with them, but like we know Sansa has like like back when they were still in Winterfell, Sansa had an animosity towards Jon because she was so much like her mother, and Jon was a bastard. Sansa was a stuck-up bitch.
Right? Yeah, she was a lady, you know, and now she's kind of like been forced like down from her ivory tower.
Yeah, she's gone. She's seen some shit.
But yeah, and then but she hasn't seen family in like since like the end of season 1.
Since she was separated from Arya.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the first time she's seen anybody that she knew since Winterfell.
And like how like she's like talking about like Jon's a Stark. They're like they're after you, Ramsay. They're after you, crazy psychopath. You're going down.
Battle of the Bastards.
So, who do you think's going to be if they're able to successfully retake Winterfell? Is it going to be Jon as the Warden of the North, or is it going to be Sansa? I'm Team Sansa.
I want it to be
down with the patriarchy.
I want it to be Sansa, and I think how it's going to go down is I think that like in the midst of battle, Ramsay's going to try and kill Sansa. I don't think Sansa would be the kind of person that would lead from behind because I think she's a Stark, and the Northern Lords they lead from the front. And I think that like Ramsay's going to try and kill her.
Short fighting Jon
is going to like. I think Jon's gonna like try and like protect her, and I think at some point like they'll injure each other. Maybe Ramsay will kill Jon, and then Sansa will kill him.
And Jon comes back from the dead again.
Yeah, and then like always, Melisandre, resurrects the whole Northern army.
Yeah.
And they hold Winterfell.
You just see like Melisandre on the battle lines just cutting people's hair.
Yeah, just like cutting their hair.
Just cutting people's hair and bringing them back to life.
Bringing them back to life. They're like, I don't know where I was. And then Davos is there, gives them a pep talk, pat in the back. All right, go back out there, soldier.
Right, let's go.
That would be so funny. I would love that.
And we're talking about Ramsay, who he's crazy. That's really all I can like.
I kind of.
He hasn't done anything unexpected.
Yeah, the one scene that I liked the most this season regarding Ramsay is like when he's talking about Miranda and like how much he cared for her, and he's just like, what should I do with her body? Feed it to the dogs.
That was by far his best scene because like we got to see like I think the real him, like somebody who like the one person he truly cared about. Mm-hmm. But then she said, so whatever, I'm over this now.
Right.
So I thought that was a really great scene.
Yeah.
And then everything else is just kind of like, okay, we get it. You're crazy. You're evil. We knew this is where it's going. Oh, your dad's an idiot and is dead. I don't know. I'm kind of over Ramsay now.
Do you need a charger?
Yeah, it'll survive.
All right. But yeah, I don't like how he killed Roose Bolton. Like, shouldn't you see that coming? Your son's a sadistic fuck. Like, you should.
No, he had to know he was planning something.
Yeah, and like you keep saying, my wife's gonna have a boy. If you fuck up, I'm gonna have a new heir. Like, if you keep throwing that in his face, you should have a backup plan when he tries to murder your ass. But
I think aside from Miranda, who was like always there with Ramsay when he did his stuff, Roose was the only one that really knew just how bad shit Ramsay was, and he set himself up. It's like he was suicidal, but like he couldn't actually go through with killing himself, so he set somebody else up to kill him. Yeah. It was weird. I'm over that. Yeah. Although the North is still like my favorite part.
For the sake of time, do you want to segue into Bran real quick?
Yeah, that's where I was segueing next. So the last thing to talk about is Bran, who apparently can time travel now.
I mean, he can do that in the books, sort of, but I don't like how like. He's
not explained on the show.
He's supposed to be able to see through the weirwoods and like see through the past through their memories, but instead of that, he can just grab the root. Yeah. And now I can time travel anywhere in the history of mankind.
Like he's not in the trees, he's just kind of walking around. Like when they were at the Tower of Joy, there's no trees there. There's no trees. Like, he's just kind of but dead. How's it going, Pops?
But they're trying to show. They want to show us the Tower of Joy. Which, come on, that was the best fight in any episode of Game of Thrones. Scene. When that dude's like has the two swords, and he's like freaking swinging them around. I was like,
somebody actually edited it over with like Star Wars music and like.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ooh.
And like,
that made me so happy. I was
when they're like playing like the Anakin versus Obi-Wan music, and it's just like, no, now it ends. I was like, I love that line.
I have been enjoying for the first time in the. For the first time in the history of the show, I'm enjoying Bran.
Yeah,
I like where this is going.
It seems like he has something to do finally, and it seems like his role actually is going to serve a purpose in the fight against the White Walkers instead of him just being carried around by Hodor, and also accompanied by Mira and Jojen Reed. Somebody who just kind of goes,
"Hold the door."
Hold the door. Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Hodor. Hodor.
Hodor.
Hodor. Hodor. Hodor. Hodor. Hodor. Hodor.
Hodor. Hodor. Hodor.
But yeah.
I was gonna see how long we keep that up. I was gonna say was like just finishing the
video with Hodor.
Yeah. So last we saw Bran did the thing again, and he found out that people can actually see him, people can touch him.
The White Walkers,
Night King grabbed Bran, because Bran was able to appear in front of the White Walkers. The Night King saw him, grabbed him, left him with his mooring, allowing them to enter into this cave, which apparently they couldn't enter before.
Right.
And they killed the three-eyed raven. He's out of the picture now. And
let's just put it right here. It's been pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying where they're going, though.
Yeah, and for the first time, Bran seems like an important character. Yeah. And overall, I think I'm gonna move into the overall now. What do you think? You got anything else to say about Bran?
The Tower of Joy scene was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't really enjoy Brandon. I just enjoy the stuff he's showing us, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
I guess I should
understand
say
that,
that.
from like somebody.
But hey, if I'll give Brandon a pass.
Yeah, he's been great this season, and I'll just say here with overall
Holy
positives.
puberty.
You know, great pacing.
Yeah.
We've gotten like enough of each character, and you know, a pretty compelling storyline that I'm excited to see where it goes. What about your thoughts?
Just down with the patriarchy. I don't think this is I'm saying this, and now some people might say like I'm an SJW or whatever, but like I'm legit. The women in the show are the only ones making sense right now. Marjorie, screw Cersei. I don't like Cersei. I don't want anything. I want her to die soon enough. Sansa, Daenerys. I want to see them take charge of Game of Thrones. I want to see them do more. I'm down with patriarchy. Go matriarchy. That's what I gotta say.
Sounds good to me too. Also,
I
how
don't
can
know
you be a
if it's making
social
sense.
justice warrior, Connor? SJW. If you're a Redskins fan, I feel like that's like you can't be like a full SJW. if you're
Okay,
wearing one of these.
I guess I'm a feminazi then.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know.
Well, that's all. That's all for me in this 40-minute video.
That nobody's gonna watch. But hey, if you make it to the end of this, mention that you made it to the end of this, and I'll give you money.
Or even better, he'll tweet you Hodor. Hodor.
Yeah.
Hodor.
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 Hodor. Oh, Hodor. Hodor.
Hodor.